Alright, where do we go from here? Comfy? Yep. Perhaps you'd like a hot beverage or something. Leave me alone, I've already done enough for today. I'll let you and your hamster handle the rest. How nice. You want anything? Nah. Just, clothes. Nothing useful. Are you sure? Perhaps we could use one of Brekka's orthopedic bras to build a catapult. Do I sense a hint of envy here? Sure, I've always wanted to experience chronic lower back pain. Definitely. Envy. Bah. There's friction over her bust size of all things. Okay. Brekka's notes, books and papers. This notebook is titled Hardware Maintenance. I know where to come for instructions if I need to repair something. Well, set up for later then, apparently. Oh, that door opens. To the place I was already at, upstairs? Okay. That's the attic. How about over... What's this? Hi. Oh, it's a bathroom. I'm in Brekka's bathroom now. Brekka's apparently 100% non-interactive bathroom. Okay, that's all we got there. Alright, Cree, it's just you and me with that bitch Titty McTittyface. Or whatever we want to call her now. Because my opinion of her is rapidly dropped, and she is not a very nice person. And she got us into this mess, so really she should not be feeling so as entitled as to treat anybody this way, because everything's her fault. Oh well. So anything else down here, since he kind of kicked us out pretty quickly once we found the crystals? Maybe not. Wow, the camera doesn't even follow me over here. I'm actually slightly afraid he'll get stuck behind something and we'll never see him again. Huh. Guess we're not supposed to come back down here, huh? No need to mess with this thing anymore. Admittedly, I just took a break and came back, so I gotta remember what was going on from a couple days ago. But let's look around in here. It's this bottom door is the one we haven't been in yet, right? Right, we're waiting for the generator for that. Hello. We got one of these guys here, huh? A golem, turned off. And not using a very standard procedure, it would seem. Alright. That usually means that you kicked its ass until it died. Oh, there's a wait, there's glitter. What's this? Oh, no? Never mind. You can't interact with the glowy blue gem down there. Playing Ember has just led me to think that that kind of stuff's important and I need it. Oh, there's the boat. Well, well, well. Looks powerful, unstable, and dangerous. Definitely Brekka's. Hopefully it'll work. I wanted to talk to you about that. Ah, I was wondering where you'd gone. This vehicle's amazing, but unfortunately it won't work. How the hell would you know anything about boats? I had books, lots of them, and they talked about engines and things like that. It's a bit of a passion of mine. A passion? You better not have been toying around with the damn thing. No, not at all. Well, maybe a little. God damn it, Cree. Can't you just keep your paws to yourself? Oh, I thought that was a sin. Good to know. What? Masturbation? Nothing. I'll probably regret this, but what do you need to make this thing work? All I need is a charged power gem. A big one. Not like the ones the generator uses. You mean like the one out of that golem up there? A large one. Like the ones in these golems? Yes, exactly! I think I've seen one of the golems up there. Let's try our luck. Is this what this game is doing now? Are we trying to do puzzles now? A second ago, I got to the generator and it's like, it's not working. We need a power gem. And I literally walked across the room and picked up a gem that was over there. And now he's like, we need a gem, but a different kind from the last one. And then I just walk across the room and pick it up. This golem doesn't look good. The power gem should be inside the chest cavity. I know that. Don't go all savvy on me. I know how your past experiences with these things went. Well, I know what not to do. Huh. Talk about a solid methodology. Good thing you're not a surgeon. But the power gem is not just depleted, it's smashed to pieces. Oh, what a bummer. Aye. Looks like I have to look around and hope Brekka has a replacement. Alright, so I'm gonna look around then. So it's not quite as silly as that, but that looks like it might be it. No? Not that? That seemed awfully noteworthy at the time. How about that guy? That's not a power gem. They said not the one the generator uses, so I'll just go ahead and avoid that obvious one. Nothing, the camera doesn't seem to move around up here. Maybe upstairs? That one control mechanism might have been the gem we're talking about. This guy? Nope, that's just a button. Button? Who's got the button? Ah, Burka's notes. Hardware and maintenance sounds about right. Let's see what we've been writing. Part 7. The engine has been damaged and we need to repair it. We'll need some heavy tools. Bam! Jackpot, how convenient. Let's see. Oh, I've got your tools right here, Foreman, answered Sagnip with a mischievous look, as he lowered his hands toward his lower waist, reaching for his large... What the fuck is this? What? Found out anything interesting? I found out that Brecca should spend more of her free time socializing instead of locking herself up in this isolated place. There has to be something useful. Maybe this note here? Remember to retrieve the collector golem. It has not returned from its last errand to the shore deposit. A collector golem, huh? Might have a power gem. Looks like we'll have to take a look outside near the shore. Oh. And by we, I mean I, of course. Because she's useless. That was amazing. You walked in on her porn stash. Ha 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 ha. I've got your tools right here. Hello. What do we have here? Let's do a save because it's been a little while. Also, I lost track of my saves a little bit. I'll figure it out. Alright, Collector Golem, are you over here? What nice day for a stroll on the beach. Also, I accidentally skipped the first line of dialogue. Whoops. Something, shore, Brecca. I'm sure we have it figured out. Probably wasn't a joke. Hey, Collector Golem. I'm probably going to destroy you, right? You don't look like a Collector Golem. You look like some sort of elemental golem that's just kind of here. It's funny just because that's what I would usually... That's the type of thing I would usually call a golem by default, is a big rock creature that seems to be alive. Although some games I've been playing would call it a fae. Weirdly, the giant mushroom doesn't seem to have a health bar. That seems strange to me, because all the other ones do. Ah, you can just kind of watch them all popping in. So out of curiosity, I checked online, because I realized I never have looked into it, and amusingly, this game has a Metacritic score of 44, which I believe makes it the lowest scored video game I've ever played on this channel. The only exception might be anything that I played with sad games / with Andrew, because we played bad games on purpose. But man, that's an exceptionally low score. Here it is. This must be the golem. Ah, collecting raw crystals. Ah. Hey, Brecca, resourceful girl. No wonder you've got your lair out here. This thing is beyond repair, but I guess I can use its power gem. It's depleted, though. How predictable. Nothing. Someone's coming. We might finally figure out what's up with these people. What about the tower? We can keep an eye on the house from there. Too close. Too risky. Then, how about we go back to that inn on the hot springs and come back and check on them again tomorrow? You are obsessed with that place. This is no time to take a bath. We need to keep an eye on her. She's becoming unpredictable. Unpredictable is a generous way of putting it. She gave half the scepter to the Chancellor. I don't know how we're gonna report this. Not to mention that she's being escorted by that asshole from the Infinigon. This whole thing was a horrible idea from the start. What? Is that a golem? Yes, but it's broken. Are you sure? Technology from those blasphemous monsters can be unpredictable. It is a twisted society full of degenerate beasts. I don't know, sir. They don't look all that monstrous to me. I know what I'm talking about. I spent a long time in their dungeons, and you should do well to remember that they worship Temperance. They are infidels. Are these elves? They're all going to be elves, aren't they? That's going to be why their hoods are on, to hide their ears. By the way, we've never seen them from behind before, because they're always, they're constantly sitting around at tables and things like that. But these characters, now that we're seeing them from behind, their hoods are floating above their bodies. They're not touching their character model at all. In fact, you can see that the one man over there. You can see his hair. I'm assuming it's just the man because you can see his white hair in his thumbnail. But in the even in the picture over there, you can see his hair flowing down through the back of the hood, which makes me wonder what that hood's attaching to anywhere. The fact that there's somebody with long white hair that seems to be so important that it's showing through the hood, and the hood seems to be a weird floating add-on that was added afterwards, makes me think that I think the hood's probably obscuring their ears, and they're probably elves. And specifically him, Mr. Whitehair here, is probably the elf from the beginning of the game, because this game, when it comes to its original characters that are not parodies of other characters, is actually surprisingly thorough about setup and payoff of storyline mechanics and even jokes. So if that character is from the prologue, I mean, if this character is randomly here and he has weirdly distinguishing features like that, he's almost certainly the character we've seen before that fits those descriptions. Especially since they're talking like outsiders. But their mages don't seem to worship any god or demon, and they are the ones who created the golems. The mages are the worst of them all. They may not worship Temperus, but they resemble him far more than his church. If you say so. I don't say so, our sacred texts do. And you should know better than questioning them if you value your life. Let's keep looking. Maybe we'll find a cave or something where we can get a clear view of the house from. That's almost certainly him. You kind of got to look at his face there, but he's so low detail and so far away it's hard to make it out really. And being a sacred agent sucks. Yeah, you straight up see their faces. Those seem to just be elves. I wish I could make out whether they had ears or not. Ha! I can't use anything in this golem. Wait, he just said huh and nothing else? I'm surprised he's not reacting more actively about the fact that that character seems to be a traitor. Alright, so I have the power, I have the core, but I need to energize it, so that's the thing. But yeah, this game, I can totally see how this game has a low score, because, yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it would be as charming to me, even, if I wasn't doing a Let's Play of it, and specifically forcing myself to say the lines out loud and try to give them voices and do a whole thing with it. If I was sitting here alone and just pressing buttons and just reading the dialogue in my head, I don't know if it would even be as amusing to me if I wasn't forced to sort of imagine them more actively as people and everything and just reading text. Because that's the only support beam that holds this whole thing together is the writing. We've been into a lot of detail about how pretty much every single element of the gameplay itself kind of falls flat. I said this to someone already, but I've been wondering whether this game would have been served better if it was a top-down 2D game. Like, I think of Penny Arcade's On the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness, episodes 3 and 4. It was the episodes 1 and 2 were made by the Deathspank people, but 3 and 4 were made by a different developer entirely. The developer who made Cthulhu Saves the World and Breath of Death 8, whatever the other one was called. So we need to energize this thing. How am I going to do that? Maybe with the generator? Does it hook up to like anything? No need to mess with this thing anymore. Nope. Maybe I just talked to Kree, he'll have an idea. I hope I didn't skip anything, but I don't think I did. Kree seems like the go-to person to talk to about this. Here we go. But yeah, the cute dialogue is basically the only thing that holds this whole thing together. It's the one redeeming value. I've seen scores as low as 1 out of 10. I'm like, oh man. I mean, I can't entirely disagree, because it's hard to figure out how to even score a game like this, where one thing is really enjoyable and everything else is kind of not great. But that's super subjective too, because I'm drawn to it by comedy. But comedy's so subjective that means that there's other people who hate the comedy and don't think it's funny, and that leads to nothing. That leaves those people with nothing to cling to make this game a good experience, and that's rough. Yeah, this might be. I don't know if I said this before, but I think this might be the first game I've ever played where I can say, yeah, that's better off as a Let's Play as opposed to playing it, like, just in general. I don't know if there's a benefit to playing this game as opposed to just watching it, which is almost always not the case. There's almost always a reason to play it yourself and watch the Let's Play separately as two different things, but this one, yeah. I need a fully charged power gem like the ones the golems use. That's not. Alright. Let's go find out how to charge it. Oh, right. They zoomed in on that tower because there's a lightning bolt that strikes it periodically. So I'm sure I need to reach that. That's not this building, right? I can't go higher at all? I don't think I can. Remember to retrieve the collector golem. It is not returned. Yeah. I think that's all we're getting from here. So I think I need to go to that tower with that big lightning bolt there. A little bit of environmental hinting. Yay. Maybe the spies are going to be in that tower. And I'll take them out. And we get to call out Blue on what she's up to. Yes, I do keep forgetting. Alana, right? Alana? I can't stop forgetting her name. I'll remember Kree and Brekka before I remember Alana. Lana! What? Actually, might remember her name even better if it was Lana, huh? Can I go up here? Over here? What? Camera? Which way do we go? Okay. That was weird. Alright, it makes sense. We kind of stopped when we got here, so if I keep going to the left, I should probably be able to get to the tower, perhaps? There's no path over here, right? Nope. Oh, get out of here. There we go. When am I going to hit max level so we can just get rid of experience forever? Have I hit that yet? That's the wrong menu. I always forget that this slows slowly. Oh, I need to level twice. I have that point, and then I have 2 points here, and then I'll be done with all those skills in the entire game, I believe. And we get 2 points per level, so I need to level twice, unless that last level's going to be worth twice as much as normal, which wouldn't object to that. Hi. It's the same, it's the merchant from earlier. Ah, stranger. What are you doing here? Business, of course. Aren't you worried that the spiders and other things are going to come after you? No. Not really. I have my, special repellent. Works on almost everything. I even spent a week in a zombie-infested village and they didn't get close at all. Sounds useful. May I buy some? No. Why not? I'd pay good money to keep all those fuckers off my back. Just one little potion. It's not a potion. It's more like a ritual. What kind of ritual? Do you smear poop all over yourself? Well, first you get one big black coat. Aha. Then you wear it for 20 straight years, never washing it. I'm surprised you didn't smell it earlier. I thought it was your potion regents. Enough with that. Let's do some business, stranger. Argus. Whatever. So the joke is that he smells so bad from his from all of his equipment that he doesn't get attacked by anyone. That's distressing. All of his equipment is garbage because it's only rank 6 and I have rank 9 gear, so let's go buying potions! There we go. I'm just gonna buy all of these. Thank you. That was like a drop in the bucket as far as money goes, and I never want to run out of potions ever again. And he doesn't have any elemental weapons for me to buy to try to fill up any gaps I might have. I don't think I have every weapon and element combination. I may have even accidentally sold one at one point. But I have 3 different elements. I have all 3 elements equipped at once, so that'll probably get things done. Weird. There's like a coil of rope here and I can't touch it. We'll see. This building is property of the Infinigon, so scram. If you snoop around, we'll find you and turn you into a frog. Ha, Brekka. We used to have so much fun scaring the simple folk with impossible curses. There's a gatekeep sigil here. I need the password to open this door. Never mind. Oh, I need a password. I have your tool right here. Maybe I'll try resting, just in case. Could you make room for me? I'm tired too. What? I'm not one of your whores, you know. Don't be an idiot. I just want to get some sleep. Fine, but no funny business. Oh, that's it. Never mind. Thought that might lead to me finding a password. We'll have to keep looking around. This is a power gem charger. Might come in handy. There's a note here. Disconnect the link to the tower after use. Entry word AFKDI9999. It looks like I'll have to visit the tower outside if I want to make this thing work. Okay, so I was right about the tower and that it's a light... maybe for the wrong reasons. Well, maybe not, actually. If there's connecting or disconnecting stuff going on, then that is probably where the power comes from. So I do need to go to the tower, so it's right about the lightning part, but I need that charger. That's actually what I used to get there. So I was supposed to find that first, and that was supposed to tell me to get to the charger. But instead I found it in the other order, so instead I was trying to get to the charger to do the gem, but getting into the tower to do the gem, but instead I need this charger. Oh, leave me alone. Silly spider. Are those things gonna follow me up here? Nope. They seem to have stopped. Maybe that guy actually repels people successfully. This building's probably blah 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 blah. AFKDI 999. How do I even pronounce this? AFKD 9999. AFK AFD 9999. God damn it. AFKDI 9999. AFKDI 9999. Hey Siri, Xbox off. Xbox off. Finally, blasted mechanomages and their code words. Too cool for a fucking abracadabra. Yay, we're in. Oh, this is tiny. I guess there's not going to be a lot of exploring here. Let's see. There has to be a way to restore the power link through this. Aha, that should do it. The tower's powered up. And I guess we're just going to wander on back. And we're back. This thing probably works now. So let's check on that. Great, the gem's charging. This might take a while. Very well, the gem is charging. That should be enough to power the boat. Where are we going? Triumph Island. It's going to be interesting to go where the statement took place. The statement? This is where we march to shoot the unexpected down and end the desperate stand. Ah. What was your part in the operation? I was one of the anti-Magica storm station operators. You've been a very active part in a lot of critical moments. Tell me, were you involved in the ritual? Please, Argus, I won't blame you. I know it was my father's decision, and it's been a long time. I just need to know what happened. Very well. Oh, it's finally flashback time. It's been a long time since we did one of these. Time to see everything go wrong at long last. We're going to see the transformation. Are you sure you don't want me to come, Paradigm? Yes. Only me, the Criterion, and the Emperor and a few vectors are needed. Only essential personnel. And Professor Windell. He's been an integral part of this whole project. He knows about the rituals. We need him to make sure nothing goes wrong. I understand. Besides, I need you in charge of the security perimeter, just in case. Yes, Paradigm. Good. Let's go, Argus. To the Crystal Chamber. To the Crystal Chamber! Where everything goes wrong and we ruin the world, but maybe save the kingdom because maybe it was necessary? But still terrible mistake. It is weird how these all look like glowing potions. I don't know. Seemed like he should have picked up on it sooner in that earlier part where there was glowing potions. Are those supposed to be crooked? Those look really strange being slanted to match the staircase, but almost as if they weren't. You wouldn't. Wait. You wouldn't do slanted masonry, would you? I'm trying to think of how masonry works. I feel like it's kind of important for it to be more flat, or you're going to potentially cause stress in directions you don't want it to be in. The entire back wall looks like it really should be horizontal and not slanted, but they just kind of made it match the staircase. And for that matter, I can see that seam right there. Yeah, look where I'm standing right here, but it's easier to see when I move up here. You can see like there's a vertical seam where you can see where the wall in the background repeats. Was I sliding a second ago? Yeah. Ah, Volkrov, Windell. We've been waiting for you. We arranged everything as you'd asked. Excellent. Then we're all set. Progressor Windell, will you conduct the ritual? He's been working hard to piece it together. How does this ritual go exactly? The so-called apotheosis ritual consists of 3 tests we have to overcome: maturity, legitimacy, and worthiness. The stage of maturity is shown by being fluent in magic. We need to power the scepter with a specific flux of magical energy. That's what I've been researching over the last few months. It's been a very complex problem, but we persevered. This part alone kept all previous generations from performing the ritual. They just weren't advanced enough. Oh, maturity, I see. And the others? Legitimacy. This is a simple one. You merely need to answer to my questions during the ritual with the truth. What if I lie? Please, don't lie. I know it must be hard for a politician, but I beg you to control your professional impulses. The scepter will know if you lie. As far as I understand, if that happens, I don't know. Very well, I hope there aren't any inappropriate questions, though. The final requisite. Worth. That's out of our control. What do you mean? As far as I understand it, the scepter will deem if you're worthy of its power. We just need to wait and see. And if I'm not worthy, well, damn. We are at war, but what an asshole I would be if I wasn't willing to risk my life while sending men to the front lines. I'm ready. You don't want to speak to... No. Schwarzman knows what to do if something happens. So wow, he doesn't even talk to his daughter about what's going to happen, so that's why she's in the dark. It's also why she and Argus just conveniently never crossed paths at any point in the history when they were so close to each other by proximity, but just separated by walls. Very well. Let us begin, then. Windell will conduct the ceremony. We merely need to oversee it. Proceed, Argus. Good. I need to give instructions to the 3 mages near the pillars, and then read the book. Hello, mages. Waiting for your instructions, Progressor? Okay, the first line is, We stare into the dark infinity. At the edge of the circle of light behind us, the path is safety. The path we know, mundane, solid, safe. Huh. Are we doing riddles here? We stare into the dark infinity. At the edge of the circle of light, behind us the path of safety, the path we know, mundane, solid, safe. Fire, earth, air, ice. Mundane, solid, and safe sounds earth, right? Earth magic, definitely. Sure hope we don't mess this up. Awaiting your instructions, Professor. Second line is, Fear is paralyzing. Caution calls for stasis. Common sense screams for inaction. What lies ahead is unknown. Common sense screams for inaction. What lies ahead is unknown. Fear is paralyzing. Caution calls for stasis. Ice is frozen. Is that what we're talking about? Paralyzing, fear. Perhaps some ice magic will do the trick. Maybe I'm supposed to not know what I'm doing. Maybe that's the joke here, and maybe that's how this goes wrong. Awaiting your instructions, Progressor. The third bar is, But today we shall bring light into the abyss. Today we shall dispel the darkness. Well, that's obviously fire. Light, fire, simple. I bet you I screwed this up. Oh, I can't talk to these people. In fact, I walked through them. Oh, I walked through one of them, but not the other one. Weird. Very well, I'll read the sentences, and you guys at the obelisks be ready to channel your power through them. We already did the hard part, building this room. This should be simple, let's see. We stare into the dark infinity at the edge of the circle of light. Behind us, the path of safety, the path we know, mundane, solid, and safe. Fear is paralyzing, caution calls for stasis. I can't help but wonder, I don't have air elemental magic. Fire, earth, and ice are the only 3 things I have, so it kind of makes sense those are the ones I use then, huh? Let's see, fear is paralyzing. Caution calls for stasis. Common sense screams for inaction. What lies ahead is unknown. But today we shall bring light into the abyss. Today we shall dispel the darkness. For there is no such thing as safety when you're surrounded by shadows. It worked. The questions, Progressor, focus. Okay. Bearer of the Scepter, are you a relevant leader? I am. By what right do you speak for your people? I am Avalon Soulspear the Seventh, Emperor under the light of Temperus and bearer of his legacy. Are you acting on behalf of your people? Yes. Are you willing to be judged? Yes. Was that the lie? Oh, your claim is legitimate. Let the judgment begin. What? What's going on? Stay strong, Your Splendor. Who are you? Who are you talking to? This is... Why are you... Ah! Avalon. Argus, what's going on? I don't know. Your Splendor? Wrong.